This album is about animals and human liberation. Yes! This project means so much to me, as on this journey that I've been on, I have discovered some really hard truths, and I've realised that the world is not a happy place for so many people and billions of animals.
Hi guys, my name is Vegan Queen V and I'm a professional singer-songwriter. The money I'm raising for this project is going to go towards the studio costs, paying the session musicians, making some epic music videos and photos, and general promotion of the album.
Guys, I want to tell you a story. It's my story, but it's also your story.
I'm incredibly excited to show you the work that we're doing here, and I hope that you will be inspired to get involved.
Did you drop me on my head?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. What time is it there?
It's quarter to 7, so it's quite a nice time. Quite a nice time to have a chat.
So you've been a busy little beaver out there.
Yes, it's
My
been
goodness.
hard keeping up with everything, but I'm trying my best.
You're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. I see it everywhere, so that's good. Now, pardon?
Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it.
It's the least I can do. Like when I only came out a year ago as vegan. So when I first came out, it was around Christmas time, and I was the one on your I was the one messaging, oh, this song is fabulous. Thank you for getting me through Christmas. Yeah, thank you. Because I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to try to stay on focus. I'm going to try.
Yeah, you have to remind me as well. If I start waffling, just say,
come on back now. All right, sure, no problem. I know a little bit, however, the people do not. So why don't you tell us, when did you become a vegan?
Yes. Well, I went vegan in May 2016. Quite a long time after I went vegetarian. I was vegetarian since the age of 8. I just loved animals. I saw some footage of an abattoir. It was on the television. I don't know if it was an advert or I don't know, be an advert, but I just remember it. I saw it and I just thought, what is this place?
And you were 8 years old when you saw that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like it was a British sitcom. Maybe something to do with that. Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders. I feel that is possibly where it came from. Anyway, wherever it came from, it just didn't. Something inside just didn't feel right. And lucky for me, my auntie was vegetarian, so I kind of had a bit of guidance there with her, and a bit of an awareness of what vegetarian was. You know, she didn't eat animals. You know, still ate eggs and dairy, but at that time I didn't know anything that I know now. Yes, it took me quite a long time to discover veganism. There was a couple of people I met who were vegan, but I just, for some reason, nothing in my brain was
click.
Yeah, and I just wasn't questioning anything, which now that's crazy to me. But at the time, I thought I was being like a friend to the animals by being vegetarian. Mm-hmm. And as we know, that's not.
I know. I know, right? I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did your vegan friends, did they ever talk to you about it, or did they just let you do your thing and they never said anything?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really ask any questions. And the one person I have in mind now, who we're very, very good friends now, but we weren't that. He was more friends with my sister. So we just never sort of broached the topic. But you know, now we're both vegan and friends, and we can talk about this. I do say, I apologize, you were vegan, and I'm sure you tried to talk to me at some point, but it just wasn't in my zone at that time.
Everyone takes different amounts of times, right? Their journeys are the journey word, but they're all different, right?
They are, and all we can do is obviously help and guide and lead by example. That's the main thing, isn't it?
It is.
No point in trying to tell somebody what to do if you're not, if you're not doing it.
You're not walking the walk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to try and, for various reasons, obviously, but I like to be fit. I like to be healthy, so I can show to people how great veganism is, and how actually this is how we're supposed to be eating and supposed to be living.
Exactly. And when you were young and you were the vegetarian, and your parents, they were quite supportive as well, right?
They were, yeah. My mum, she was an amazing cook, and she instead of making, say, a meat lasagna, she would make a vegetable lasagna or quiche, or she'd always tailor it so that we could still all eat together, which I know not all parents, not all mothers would have done that.
No, not at all.
Made it so easy for me. It was
That's
and
fabulous.
and in the supermarket, she'd get different bits so that I'd always have something tasty to eat.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Yeah. When you went vegan, was there like a catalyst that made you go vegan? Like, what happened like that made you switch like that?
It was when I moved to London in January of 2016.
Right.
And I started working at this music venue, and there, made friends with the other musicians, and a few of them were vegan, and we, got chatting, and lucky for me, they questioned me, this, you're vegetarian, why aren't you vegan?
Mm-hmm.
And I, at that time, I was like, why would I be vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And around the similar time, I started seeing somebody, and he wasn't vegan, but he seemed curious, and knowing I was vegetarian, and sort of starting to ask questions about this vegan thing, he suggested I watch that, and that was the first one that just totally opened my eyes.
Cowspiracy, right?
Yeah, Cowspiracy is such a great one. There was that one, and the Forks Over Knives I thought was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And Earthlings. I mean, it's just horrendous.
I know.
So awful to watch, but you need to, because this is the
I
reality,
agree.
isn't it?
Like, not everybody can watch it, I guess, but for me, I think it's important to watch because it solidifies what we're doing and the message that we're sending, right? So when we say, it's a brutal death, we actually know it's a brutal death because we've seen it and we put ourselves in that situation to watch it, right? And to recognize that this is happening to the animals, right? So with that, what started you to do activism with your music then, to start transitioning into making music about it?
Yeah, it was really a supernatural thing. I've been into music my whole life, and again, I'm so privileged to have the parents that I have. They took me to violin lessons and singing lessons, piano lessons, guitar lessons, drum lessons. Recorder. Everybody's got to learn their recorder.
Oh yes.
Music centers and festivals, and so now I look back and I just know it was such a rich musical education. It's just brilliant. So it just set me off into a life of music, really. And I decided to study music at university, and then after graduating, I taught vocals for a little bit, and was, writing songs, and then started to travel around the world to collaborate with other songwriters. Went to America many times.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant time. That's when I first started really co-writing, writing with other people, and that helps develop you as a songwriter. It's great, and performances, and so it was very much my life and a massive part of my life. And then I went vegan, and it was as when you see these documentaries and you find out the truth, it's just so shocking, and it just is so just it's devastating.
It's heartbreaking. Absolutely.
Realizing what the reality actually is. And I guess music for me, I mean, it can't. Sorry, I've got my dog here.
I know, I can tell. That's fine.
What's she doing with her arm?
That's fine. Pet away.
Yeah. I'm in my dad's office right now, and I'm just making sure he's not like eating anything.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Now I know it was just a really great outlet for me to release these emotions and this frustration and this just the shock. You know, I just naturally started writing these songs, and I think that helped me just, you know, to physically sing and physically get these words out of my head. But knowing that I was sharing the truth in this way, I think that also helped, and it just felt so good to be singing about something so important.
Like it's twofold. It's twofold, right? Because here you are, you're an artist, so you get to express yourself with your words, and with that you get, like, unlike a lot of us, we don't have that internal outlet. We don't have that skill to just naturally release it, like with poetry or whatever, or music. So a lot of us have to hold it in, and we have to find a different way. So it's a really empowering thing for you to be able to do that, because
it's amazing. And right? I'm so grateful, as I say, for the life that I've had with my musical upbringing, and that I'm able to share these songs with the world, for myself, for the animals, for
everybody, right? What was your first song, like your first vegan song?
I can't remember it. I think it was definitely one of the first. What Hell Is Like, which I wrote after watching The Land of Hope and Glory, which is
that one got me so bad.
So yeah, that one Earth Things in Dominion, the Australian documentary, that they're very similar in that they just show the brutality of all of the industries using animals. And it was great for me, for us here in the UK, when they released that Surgeon Earthling Airs, because so often, you know, a lot of the excuses that you hear from people why they want to continue eating animals, you know, you show them these videos like, look what's happening. Oh no, that doesn't happen here. That's America, you know, that's China. You know, it's one of a million excuses. Then you know, get this documentary that shows footage of UK farms, and even and there were farms that, you know, were very close to my parents, you know, where they live in the UK. So that, I think that's quite powerful, and I'm sure
when it's that close to home, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, this is the next town, guys.
Yeah, let's hop on over. Okay, so that What Hell Was Like. What Hell Is Like.
What Hell Is Like. Yeah.
What Hell Is Like. That you even you were in a contest for that as well. I remember watching the video. Is that the song that you were playing?
So sorry. Can you just give me 1 second?
Yes.
I can hear some rustling.
Okay.
What are you doing? You okay? I gave my dog some vegan sausage rolls, and he was just chewing the packet. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot what I just asked. That was too cute.
You asking about what Hell Is Like?
Yeah. You were in a contest, were you not? And that was the song that you won. That was
Fest.
Don't know what it was I did to end up in a place like this. I've heard that there is love somewhere up above, outside the hell this is. No one cares that I am me. I'm just a number on a sheet, just something to use until I'm no use, a commodity. I'm dying, struggling for it, here crying, and no one even cares. If you can hear me, please come and free me. I don't wanna die inside, this ain't a life.
guess I'm even still now. I'm really just learning how to perform these songs and to do them justice, and to do the situation justice, and I'm still kind of getting there. At the time of the competition, I was very nervous, and well, yeah, they're a bit weird.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm just not a competition. I'm just not a fan of, everybody was great and everybody had great songs. They're all important, and they're all going to make their difference in their own ways. So to do a hierarchy is,
I see what you're saying,
not really my thing, but obviously grateful I won.
I know, right? No, that was fabulous. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna go into your album, because I know I don't want to run out of time here.
Yes.
Okay, so this album of yours, tell me about it. What do you want to say about it to start off with?
Well, it's the first album I've ever released in the whole of my music career, which is, I don't want to say how many years, but it's quite a lot. But it's the first time that I feel so strongly about this collection of 10 songs, and I really hope they are gonna make a difference to the animals and to everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to make it as amazing as possible. I've found just a world-class, top-class studio, an epic producer, and the songs they sound incredible. If this is the only album I ever release in my life, it's going to be enough, because
they're going to be proud of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds so great. And they're not finished yet, but they're
oh, you're still recording, eh?
Yeah, so I went up in August to the Isle of Lewis, which is in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland. It is quite far. It's a bit of a drive. But it's just this crazy, in the middle of nowhere on this little island. There's this amazing recording studio. The quality of the music that's produced there is just phenomenal. But the scenery. It's amazing that I'm just playing the piano and you're actually see,
I know.
You can see. I haven't seen any yet, but dolphins and whales visit the bay, and
that would be amazing to see.
Can you imagine if you're recording and you see a little dolphin sticking?
Have your coffee, watching the dolphins go by, like whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's such an inspiring place. I was looking for a vegan music producer for, I don't know, 6-7 months. Because if I was going to release these songs, I wanted to release them with somebody who understood them as well, and saw the importance of them. And it didn't make sense to me in my head to be working on these songs with somebody who then will go home and tuck into a cow or something.
Yeah, no, that's a good. I would never even thought about that. That's a good way to do it.
In a way, it doesn't matter, but it did to me. So I was looking and nothing, there was nothing really happening. So I kind of put the project to the side for that time being. But I knew I was going up to the Isle of Lewis and Harris in Scotland. I thought, well, you know what? The most important thing is that these songs are out there. Like the messages are the important things, and there's no point in me just holding on to them. I want to share them.
Exactly.
So I thought I'll see if there's any studios up in Scotland that I could maybe sort of swing by whilst I'm sort of traveling around. And I found this amazing studio. Turns out that the producer he wasn't vegan at the time, but after working on the songs for the first session that we had, so I think it was three days, and I was there for a couple more days as well. He went vegan, and it was just like, oh, my dreams.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And was he having conversations with you, or was it just from what he was seeing himself?
I mean, obviously. So what I've learned is, you can't make people feel guilty about what they're doing. Like it's just not. It's
not effective.
Yeah, it's not effective, and they're gonna get defensive, and the barrier's gonna go up, and then everything you say is just gonna bounce off.
Yeah.
So my approach now is I just, if a situation occurs where I want to speak up for the animals, or I just want to say things how they are, I do, but not just in a this is the truth. Like no blame, no shame, no guilt. You do what you want, but this is the truth. Just
Just so you know. Yeah, just so you know.
There was probably a conversation, you know, things kind of like that where I now do, I don't have a second thought about, oh, maybe it'll make them feel comfortable. It's like, this is my truth, so I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
And like, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, it's probably the reason why.
Exactly.
If you say it with, you know, kindness and, you know, genuine, if you're just saying a genuine, you're not trying to hurt anyone.
Exactly.
Sharing the truth, and I think it can be quite powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lesson I've had to learn the hard way, because as I'm sure you're the same, when you first go vegan, you're finding out all this truth, and you're just so overwhelmed and shocked by it all. And you think, you've got to tell the world, because surely, as you know, as soon as everyone sees this, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, like you were. And then you show the world, and they're like, or bacon, or whatever.
Bacon, no.
Classic intelligent reply, bacon.
Protein.
So, but it really, yeah, the first couple of years of me being vegan, it was really difficult. Family was kind of the hardest thing for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because they were vegetarian, but they didn't go vegan.
No, they weren't vegetarian. My mum would just make veggie stuff for me. Yeah.
So how are they?
Well, you know, going through. I mean, I never enjoyed, I never liked seeing like a dead chicken or, you know, a steak or something. But growing up in the house with my parents, I just kind of put up with seeing it. Now it's different. Now, like I say, I will stand up for that animal and say, you know, whatever it needs to be said.
Do you do that with your parents as well? Or are you a little bit?
I don't have the best relationship. Well, I have a good relationship with my dad, but we don't really eat together anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Occasionally we'll share like snacks and stuff, and that's all great. But and he actually did try veganuary last January.
Okay, well that's something.
Yeah.
That's something.
Which is something. Yeah, I think with him it's probably if he had vegan, you know, like vegan friend or another, you know, maybe
other influences.
I think it would be way easier for him. I think because it's just me, and then everyone else in his life, you know, who he works with, my mum, my sisters, his friends, they're all just like, you know, me.
Well, how much family do you have? Like, you have sisters? You just mentioned sisters. Yeah,
2 sisters. Yeah, one actually lives in New Zealand, and then my other sister is locally here.
Okay, and they're not vegan or vegetarian either?
No.
Just you?
Just me, and it's been really difficult because, you know, you're sharing the truth and you get so angry. I don't get angry anymore.
Yeah, you did though, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just about the animals. I mean, obviously that's a big, massive part, but going vegan is the best thing you can do for your health and like your just mental well-being and physical, just everything. Telling your family and they're getting angry at you, and you're like, I'm trying to save you, you know, I'm trying to save you from, you know, potential horrible illnesses that you do not have to get if you eat well and you know, leave them alone.
Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. So are you living with your parents right now, or are you just in between traveling and doing?
So I bought a van in October. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, van life was never even a thing for me, but the last 2 years have just been so bonkers that everything's changed, I think, for many people.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where I want to be based, and because I'm, you know, with my music, I travel around doing different gigs anyway, and the plan for the album this year is to then do a UK tour once it's released. So we're just going to be me, my dogs, and whoever wants to come along for the ride. We're just going to be farming around the UK and just she's you know, one of these van conversions.
Okay. And do you put any pictures up of stuff like that on your Facebook?
I don't so much. I'll be very honest. I'm not. Me and social media aren't big friends.
Yeah, that's I noticed I couldn't find a lot. I have a little, but I could find a little bit. But yeah, you don't have a lot.
I have things. I just wish that I could see people more in actual real flesh. So that's another reason for doing the tour, because I just want to play to people, not a screen. But I know that is the world we live in, and it's brilliant. It's so great that we can connect like this. And
exactly, I'd never be able to talk to you before the pandemic. I never would have thought of this.
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I think it's awesome, but I also don't like it.
I know you need the contact with people, right? Like just being in the presence of other people is kind of important, I think. Anyway, eventually.
That's if I can spend the rest of my life, touring animal rights songs, I'd be happy.
That would be fabulous. The isle that you speak of, how far is it from where you are right now? Where you're doing your recording?
It's about 420 miles ish.
Okay, so it's a good jaunt.
Yeah, I mean, for Americans, that's like that's an afternoon drive.
That's a few hours. Yeah.
But here in the UK, it's quite a considerable drive.
Is it? Yeah.
No, but it's a beautiful drive. And part of getting to the island, you have to actually get on a ferry and go across the sea.
Right, so that's fabulous.
Well, yeah, it's great.
So, we have that in Victoria out in BC. They have to get through a ferry. They have to get to the island out that way.
Yeah, I've been to Victoria Island.
Have you? It's beautiful, right?
Quite a while ago now, but yeah, I had some Canadian connections.
Your album. You have a little bit more recording to do on this album, correct?
I told you I'd go off on a tangent.
Go for the what? Go for the tangent? That's fine. Yeah, you waffle. Yes.
With you, I can
talking about it like an hour ago.
That's awesome. Okay, so I want people to know how they are going to be able to support you with this album. I know you have some things on, but tell us how we can support you.
Yes. So as I was saying, I want. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit more comfortable. I want these songs to be as amazing as they can be. So I'm just spending what it takes to get them to the this top,
the next level. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they sound amazing, but obviously this all comes with a price tag. So I'm hoping that people will want to help the album, see the benefit of it. Animal activists quite often will email and say, "Oh, I've heard this song of yours. Can I use it in my cube, or can I use it as part of my video?" And if people can use this music for their activism, it's just going to be cool.
So you're okay with that then?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'd love people to, because then I love collaborating with people. I love people coming together with their different ideas and different approaches to things, and different skills.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. Oh yes, and because maybe you do need an animal rights activist. Maybe that they've got some great content, but there isn't a song that quite fits what they're trying to get, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to fill that for them with this album. There'll be 10 songs, as I say, animal rights songs, human rights songs that I think people can listen to them, and the messages are there, but partly because music is the way I'm doing this. It's quite a gentle communicator. And
it really is.
We can get these messages across without having that defensive. That just hopefully just people hear these little things, and these sort of catchy things kind of go around. And it's all about the seeds. That's something I've really learned over the last couple of years. It's just yes, dream big, think big, but you've got to start.
Exactly.
It's about the individual, and that's another thing I'm trying to bring about with this album. The truth that we are so powerful, and we have all the control for ourselves, and we have the choices that are ours. Without individual change, there is no change, and that's all it takes. It takes one person, one person times a million, but if that one person then it's not going to happen.
Right.
If everybody says the opposite, oh, you know, I'm going to give it a go. You know, I don't know what I can do myself, but let's try it. If everybody did that, I would have a new world like this.
I think so. I absolutely
I think it's really exciting. I think that's the key. And if it was this like, oh, how do we get around this? How do we get around this problem? How do we get around like animal abuse and torture? Well, it's literally as simple as saying, actually, I don't want to participate in that anymore.
Right.
It goes away. It's brilliant. How cool is that?
Where did it go?
Yeah, exactly, right? It's all in our hands. And I'm just trying to communicate that with people. When I say it's a human rights album, it's because I want people to understand freedom. That like without animals being free, like if we continue to enslave animals and continue to hurt them, guess what's going to happen to us? You can't have a world of peace and love and harmony. Like, mothers are being torn away from their babies and then sent to be killed after 5 or 6 years of just complete mental and physical torture.
Yeah. How can you have a peaceful world with that in existence, with that kind of cruelty in existence? You just can't.
The last couple of years has really thrown up a lot of questions about human freedom, like our freedoms and our rights. And I'm trying to get the people who are fighting for human rights, I'm trying to get them to see that until they start treating animals better and putting them in the picture as well with this freedom fight, nothing's going to change.
And by taking your songs and spreading them around and making them so available to other activists who can use your music, you're going to get around. So I didn't know that you're allowing people to use your music. And I know a lot of activists that would love to use your music. So
I don't get like hundreds, but I get a few emails and it's so, I'm so grateful that people want to use, they think my music is strong enough to use for their activism.
Absolutely.
That's such a compliment.
Yeah.
And now these songs, everything I've released in the past, I've produced myself, and some of it's pretty good and some of it's really good. Yeah. But this is like next level, like you said, it's just a different level, and I think it'll that's why every time they do this, I'm just like,
that's awesome.
What's going on?
How many dogs do you have?
Come here. I have 2.
Oh,
okay. Guys, come say hi.
Come say hi.
Come say hi. Quick. No, not gonna do it.
I see the top of his head there. Oh my goodness. You are so gorgeous.
This is Simba, and he's a Bosnian dog. Bosnian street dog. Who was rescued along with his sister called Sasha.
With you, I can be sad with you.
So we do little doggy play date meetups.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the best time ever. It's the best time for him, so it's the best time for me.
Well, of course, right?
He's spending his energy.
Oh yeah.
Having a great time doing it. And then my other little one, Sarah. Oh, she's gone into the chat.
She's gone now. No.
Oh, she's gone now. See, no, she's not up for the camera today.
That's okay. I'll snoop on your Facebook, see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, she. Sarah, come here, mate. No, see ya.
No, that's okay. My cats are the same way. That's fine.
Yeah, I adopted her from Romania. They're just incredible dogs.
Oh, both. Yeah, she's a rescue as well. The cheeky, you say? Okay, so crowdfunder.
Yes.
I'm gonna put.
Thank you so much for bringing me back. This always happens. Yes, crowdfunder. The album. Doing a crowdfunder. I've got a new website, which is pretty cool. It's veganqueenv.com. And then to get to the crowdfunder, it's just /crowdfunding.
Okay, I'll put that all in here so everyone will see it.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. And I started it on Kickstarter, which I wasn't massively keen on doing, but I was like, what's the difference between the different platforms?
Right.
And then I realized, they take so much percentage. And if I'm trying to raise a lot of money because it's the album, it's a lot of money, but then I want to do this tour, and I've got my video
videos too.
Amazing. He's amazing. But you know, that costs money, and the traveling and everything. And it's all amazing. It's all great, but financially, I need help.
Yeah, we need to support you.
To make it as good as I know it's gonna be.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's different, you know, like a usual crowdfunder. There's different rewards that you can get for pledging. £8 is you get a download of the album when it's ready, which will be. It's going to be released sometime spring, like springtime.
Okay, so not too far away.
No. I'm just trying to. I'm hoping a date will kind of form that makes sense. I'm releasing the first single, Dominion, on the 20th of March.
Yes, you played that at your concerts.
Yeah,
so good. Okay,
it's sounding so great, and Matt, my friend, he's brilliant, and we just did loads when we were up in the Isle of Lewis. We just did loads of filming when we went in the studio, and the scenery is just incredible.
I know.
We've got some amazing shots.
Yeah, that's gonna be an awesome video.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Is just so cool.
It will be, yes.
Yeah, so everyone, they can get involved. The EP album download, and then physical album, and then there's different packages, and I'm really hoping that people will get involved with the house concert section.
What is this about?
So I'm gonna be performing in people's houses. To their friends and family, maybe with some lovely vegan food.
What?
The album, and that's one of the rewards for pledging so much money. I'll come and do this concert for you.
We murder when we oppress, when we keep them in pain and distress.
And it's going to be part of the tour.
Yeah,
you know,
you'll fix it into the
private day. I'm not going to be like, okay, everybody around.
A nice private event, yes. Okay.
Yeah. But because as I was saying, like, all I want to do is just perform to people, like, face to face.
Yeah, you like that.
That way, because it's all about this individual connection and individual meetings, and doing it in person is
absolutely
the best way you can do it. So I'm hoping that people will jump on board that. And
is that the biggest one? Is that the biggest prize? Because that's pretty big to me.
Well, I feel a bit embarrassed about this, but one of the biggest ones is you can go out for dinner with me, which just makes me feel so awkward. But also,
I know.
If there are any like rich crazy people who love veganism, this is that's for them, like
right, exactly,
right up their street, and I'll be
awesome.
Happy to take £500.
Let's go for dinner.
Yeah. Bills on me.
Yeah.
So that was a bit ridiculous, but I'll put it out there. You never know. You never know.
You never know. You might get some catches.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got a corporate package. It's a lot of money to be raised, and whilst I want to connect with individual people, and for individuals to get buy the album or get the T-shirt, whatever.
Yeah.
That is what's important.
Absolutely.
But obviously that's not going to make so much money.
Right.
So I'm hoping that I'll get some vegan companies, plant-based companies interested in sponsorship, and
great.
I'm hoping that'll be where I make sort of the bulk of, and then I can just concentrate on the things I actually want to concentrate on. Connecting with individual people.
You're just too amazing for things not to happen to, right? Like, come on, right? Exactly.
I genuinely think that's amazing. Thank you, and I really do appreciate your support, everybody's support. It's just it's incredible, but we need to do this because it's just so glaringly the right thing that we should be doing. Like you look at sickness is just goes through the roof. Like
I know, it's insane.
Year, it's like I wonder why. Processed meats as bad as it's a class A
carcinogenic. Yeah,
we need to wake up the world, but in a loving, patient way. But it just needs to happen because it's just not. We're not living in a happy place. for the animals, for sure, it's just a desperate situation. I don't quite understand how this has happened. I mean, I understand how, but
it's bad though.
How can so much cruelty and pain and suffering exist?
Like it really is the Matrix. Like it really is. Like when we opened our eyes, it's literally everywhere. Like I learned something new every day. Like I just learned about a coyote call today that's happening in Canada. I'm like, are you fucking joking me? Right? So I mean, every day there's something new that's happening. So I understand the hesitation, I guess, for non-vegans to not want to go vegan, because I think they know that once they open their eyes, they're not going to be able to close them again. And it's emotional for us, right? So it's you know, I can understand their hesitancy, but they still got to have it in their face. We still got to show it to them. They're not getting a pass.
No. Yeah, it's really strange. Like the other day, one of my mum's friends actually, we were talking a bit about plant-based food, and she was saying how her brother was coming for lunch that day, but oh, sorry, we're having lamb. I was like, why are you apologizing to me?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me, mate. It's to do with you and the lamb.
Apologize to the lamb. Yeah. Wow. I mean, do these people even realize that they're all eating babies? Like this is what, like that has sunk into me in the last 6 months, that I was eating babies the entire time. I did not know that. Right? Like I think if they were to realize that, maybe that might set them on the stage to veganism, but everyone's different, right? So I think when we have all different avenues and different ways of reaching people, through poetry, through music, through activism, through outreaching, through everything is valid in my eyes. So, and this everyone can participate in, right? Like we can sing along to your music, we can, you know, share it, right? And we can feel good, we can cry, and it's a very expressive.
It's funny you say that, Dream, because as I'm sure you've seen, for my song Beautiful, Powerful, Free, which is appearing on the album, I'm asking anyone who fancies singing on it to send in their vocal of the chorus, because it's a song, it's Beautiful, Powerful, Free. It's me basically telling humanity, you're freaking awesome. Like you might, you know, this, you told this. Actually, you are great. You are powerful. You are free. You are free to make your own choices. And I feel like getting a load of people singing those words together is going to be really powerful.
Do you have a clip that I could use to insert at that exact moment in my video to show them what they have to do?
I do, yes. I'll send you the video that I did in the studio.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Okay, I know.
Day 2 of Black Bay Recording Studios. This song is extra special though, because I really would love you guys at home to record the chorus for this song on your phone or on your computer, however you can do it, because I just think there's going to be so much power and beauty in us singing the same beautiful words at the same time together in a song. It's going to be amazing. So if you're up for that, I would love that. I'm going to sing you the chorus one more time so you know exactly what you're singing. And there'll be some more information underneath this video to help you record the song.
You are beautiful, you are powerful, you are free, free. You are beautiful, you are powerful, you are free.
But yeah, no, that would be great. And I think the more people you have, that would be phenomenal to hear all these different voices, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I think I've got about 35 people so far.
Oh, nice.
Which is amazing. That's already going to sound incredible. But it's more about, as I say, it's more about just getting these voices together, getting people together. Like,
it's the energy.
It's the energy. Yeah. So, you know, I'll have 1,000 voices and it will just sort of blow the roof off, and it'll just it'll be amazing.
That's awesome.
I don't think Pete, the producer, would appreciate 1,000. But if that happens, hey, that's the job.
Sorry. Oopsie. Okay, so I want you to tell other vegans out there why they should get active. So in your own words, what would you say to a vegan who was at home watching you right now and was not active?
What I would say to you is, you are awesome. Well done. Well done for breaking in the matrix. The truth needs to be told, and it can be told in any way that you feel you can do. The truth doesn't have to make people feel X, Y, or Z. You just speak your truth, speak the truth, and it doesn't matter what anybody says or what they say to you in terms of abuse or trying to argue you down. You know the truth, and you just keep that strong in yourself, and know why you're speaking the truth, who you're standing up for, and just go for it. And any form of activism is valid, and a song will get through to somebody. A video will get through to somebody else. As you say, poetry that will get through to some people. Just some. Acting, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? Whatever the thing is, it will change. It will help to change somebody's mind about something, or change the way they look at something, or it'll open their eyes to something. And even if you can change help one person see the truth, and then sort of align themselves with that truth, you could just change one person. That's incredible. Think about how many animals you have been saving through that, and then who knows what they will go on to do, who they'll go on to get through to. And that's, as I was saying, it's all about these individual connections. Don't think, I need to change the world, because we do need to change the world. That only happens with the individuals changing. Exactly. So work on individuals.
All eventually come together as a big collective of individuals, right?
And they'll be like,
where'd you all come from?
Everybody's vegan.
Surrounded. Yeah, I think that's a great message. I do understand why some people aren't active, whether it be physical reasons or but like you said, there are multiple ways to get active, even if it's just on Facebook and it's just sharing a post, sharing a meme.
Yeah, if you don't want to create your own stuff, your own content, you don't feel confident talking to people directly about veganism and animal exploitation, just share the crap out of your favorite activists and amazing people doing such incredible work.
Really are.
Those videos and etc. need seeing, and they get seen by people sharing the content. So
that's right.
Press that share button.
Share. Fabulous. Okay, I did want to ask you about your music video on One Life. Where was that at?
That was filmed in London.
Was it?
East London, sort of there's Hackney, the place called Hackney, and what's the other place? Mile End. Like, it was all around there. It's a very creative, artsy place anyway. And I can't remember how the idea came around. Perhaps me and my partner at the time who edited the video, maybe we were just walking around and we kept seeing these amazing street art. And that was possible.
Okay,
how it came about, but incredible.
Came out beautifully. And then you had was it Chinese writing on the bottom? You had I had some subtitles in Chinese pop up every once in a while.
It was either Chinese or I think it was Japanese.
I don't know. I'm very bad at that stuff.
No, I think it was.
That's why I thought it. Oh, that's why I thought it was like over in Japanese or over in Japanese or over in Japanese or.
A fan, vegan, over in Japan, heard the song and they persuaded me to, well, advised me to do the video with Japanese subtitles, because then obviously, you know, the Japanese audience, that they've got a video that they can understand straight away. And I thought it was such a brilliant idea. And he inspired me to do that for a few other, for What's Hell Is Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a oh, I forgot. I think I've got a German version and a Chinese version. I forgot what. Anyway, I've got some translations.
You've got some translations on there. Okay.
I've got the Spanish translation ready to go, and
wow.
A lovely friend just did. I think it was Indonesian.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a few there, and I just need to get it up because then as I say, the music. Yes, the words are English, but when you have the translation with the words, then it's very easy for people to understand, and therefore you know, share as part of their activism as well. So if you're sharing something about animal rights to your friends and family, and that they don't really understand what the message is, then it doesn't work. But if you've got you know the words for them, then I think it's as powerful as if they
absolutely. And you're gonna reach a wider audience when you do that, right? Your music's gonna get out further. So yeah. And
again, it's more content for other people to use. It's all about isn't just sharing them, just spreading them, sharing the truth. And you know, if there's more stuff like this for people in different languages, then it can only be a good thing.
Right, it's absolutely. So I'm going to help you get it out there as much as I can, and then I'll see what I can do about getting this edited as fast as possible. I've got a few things going, but I have a lot of spare time right now, so I'll try to get this out as fast as possible so that we can get your crowdfunding going and we can get you some money so you can get your album up as fast as possible, because I want to hear that.
That'd be. I just got the next bill for the studio.
Oh no!
Oh, this is great. This is what is that corporate sponsorship?
Yeah, you got to work on that sponsorship, right? That's a good idea. Yeah, for sure.
Send vibes out to the universe first.
Oh, well.
Sponsorship.
Yes, we can do this. We can collectively do the vibes for you.
We can, and we will.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna let it end there. I think we've covered everything. And you know, it's been such a pleasure talking with you. It's been something that I never actually thought would happen. Because I was just, well, to me, you're like a famous person, right? In my mind, I'm right. And when I listen to your music, I'm like, why isn't this chick famous yet? Like, come on, why don't people know about her? This is insane.
It's because you know what, Jareen? They know that I'm just gonna be like, stop eating animals.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so.
We'll break through. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get you through. Like I said, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Well, you know, I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. And I really appreciate you talking with me today.
I appreciate you talking to me as well.
Yay! All right. I say bye now. All right, you too. Okay, bye-bye.
If you only had one life, would it make you glad? Would it make you mad? Would it make you sad? Counting down time. 'Cause if there's only one chance to do the best and be the best we can, if there's only one shot, are you giving all you got? When we murder, when we oppress, when we keep them in pain and distress, pray forgiveness to something not there. If there's only one life, have a little more respect for theirs. Did your mama say, did your mama say, did your mama say how special you are? But they don't look the same. So it's okay to take a child away. Tear them solidify.